Hi, welcome to my channel.
Hey, Uncle Kenny! Football! Hey, yeah!
If you are new here, my name is Cedric. I'm an actor, a filmmaker, a screenwriter, and a YouTube reactor. And if you're not new here, you may be a little bit confused by my surroundings. I am not at home. I am in my hotel room because I'm currently in Lynchburg, Virginia, doing the musical Anastasia. Which reminds me, if any of you were anywhere near Lynchburg or are looking for a fun little vacation for the next few weeks, come see Anastasia. I am really proud of this show. I'm really proud of this cast. It's very, very good. You're in for a good time. Audiences are loving it. We opened over the weekend, this past week. It's great, and I'm really proud of it. And if you're anywhere near here, it would be amazing to see you. And it's a beautiful show. I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of the music. I'm really proud of every single scene. I love it. So if you're anywhere near here, please come check it out. It would be amazing to meet you at the stage door. So that's why I'm not in my office. Some of you are probably new. If you didn't know, I've certainly, I think there was some confusion in my last video. I would not be able to pick Lara Fabian out of a lineup. I've heard her voice, I am certain. I've probably seen her perform before. I talk for a living. Probably seen her perform before, but I came into that video primarily knowing Dimash as someone who has done many Dimash videos and who certainly has learned about aspects of my own voice and explored certain things because of Dimash. Certainly, if you come see Anastasia and you're familiar with Dimash, you may notice certain things that I've kind of borrowed from him because he does it so well, and I kind of thought, oh, that would work for me. Let me take that. I am familiar with her, but I wouldn't say, oh, I know her, right? So I wanted to get to know her a bit more. Many of you recommended that I do, and this was recommended to me. This is Je suis malade. Malade? I don't speak French, I'm sorry. I speak some German. It's as close as I can get. So I'm excited to check it out and just kind of encounter her because obviously she's an extraordinary vocalist. I heard her in that piece. And this was just recommended over and over again. So I'm pretty high, expectations are high, and I can't wait to see how they go. Of course, as always, it would be really cool if you watch The Coroner's Assistant, a series that I'm in that I'm very proud of. It was nominated for 2 Astra Awards for Best Writing on a Streaming Comedy Series and for Best Period Costumes. We were nominated for 11 Indie Series Awards, including me being nominated for Best Leading Actor in a Comedy. We won 3 of those. I did not win Best Leading Actor, but Jeremy Gladen did win Best Supporting Actor, and that's great because Jeremy's amazing in the show. Please check that out, as well as my first feature film as a writer-director, Kadia, The World Within, is streaming all over the world. I'm not sure if it's streaming in your exact territory or not, but you should be able to look it up pretty easily and find it. It is a fantasy film starring Corbin Burnson and James Phelps, and it delves into conversations about love and family and faith and doubt and hope, and I'm really proud of it, and it would be great if you could check that out. But for now, what we're going to check out is Lara Fabian, Je suis malade. I hope I said that right. Here we go. Let's check it out. Ooh. Nice.
Je ne rêve plus, je ne fume plus, je n'ai même plus d'histoire. Je suis laide sans toi, je suis sale sans toi, comme une orpheline dans un dortoir. Je n'ai plus envie de vivre ma vie. Ma vie c'est quand tu pars. Je n'ai plus de vie, et même mon lit se transforme en quai de gare. Quand tu t'en vas, je suis malade, complètement malade, comme quand ma mère sortait le soir et qu'elle me laissait seule avec mon désespoir. Je suis parfaitement malade, t'arrives
Hang on.
Tu pars, on ne sait jamais où.
Okay, sorry. I was like trying to figure out when to pause and I was entranced. We're gonna go back a little bit. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So that opening verse, she's doing a lot of speak singing, which is great. I love a good speak sing. It's where you're kind of half singing the lines, half speaking it. And it's a real easy way to tell the truth, right? And she is kind of telling a story to someone, right? It's you're leaving and I'm sick, and her posture, she's inhabiting this character, right? Even her breath is part of the story that she's telling. So for example, in Anastasia, my first big song is called The Neva Flows, and I start with a bit more of a casual speak sing where I go, be very careful of these rumors that prevail. Be very careful what you say. Kind of a little bit more casual, not necessarily hyper-focused on, oh, let me sing beautifully. And then as the song goes, I start to get a little bit more into the Neva flows, a new wind blows. So much more kind of hitting the vocals of it. In what moments are you choosing to do that? And she sets it up so beautifully because you kind of lean in a little bit as she's doing all this speak singing and kind of very quiet and intimate and internalizing it. You can see her thinking and feeling through these things. And then when she gets really big on the Je suis malade, I think she said, it gets much bigger and she kind of rips through it really beautifully. And it's been a little bit lower in her range and very fragile. And now it is still fragile, but there's a power to it as well, right? And where, yes, it's still breakable, but now there's a little bit of this. It's less fragile and maybe a little bit more brittle, right? It transitions from grief to maybe a little bit of anger. And I really love that. It's keeping it all nice and tall and vocally perfect, but really letting the emotion into the piece. And that's just, this is the work of someone who knows their voice and who knows their story. So let's keep checking it out.
Je suis malade,
Yeah.
complètement malade.
See, this is that fragility, right?
Ma mère sortait le soir et qu'elle me laissait seule avec mon désespoir. Je suis malade, parfaitement.
Yeah, you hear that anger.
T'arrives, on ne sait jamais quand. Tu pars, on ne sait jamais où. Et ça va faire bientôt 2 ans que tu t'en fous comme un rocher,
Back to the fragility of it.
comme un péché. Je suis accroché à toi.
Okay, so look, even on this wide shot of her, you can see it certainly on the close-ups, but really, I say this a lot with Morissette, if you've seen my videos for her, look in her eyes. She's really living in this moment. I don't know if she's a trained actor or if she just really knows how to tell the truth, but she's living presently in this story. And she's kind of, you can almost see her reliving the memories. And one of the most interesting things is when she picks her hand up, and it's almost like she's trying to frame what she's seeing in her head. Like if she can just do that, she can show us. But since she can't, she has to tell us. And it motivates everything about her performance, pulling back after that first chorus and getting quiet again. Because again, she's like sinking back into this memory. And it's so beautiful. I mean, that first where she flips into her head voice and is keeping it so nice and so light, but there is a power that's coming within that. Like Gleb would say in Anastasia, but in her there's a power. I see that now, right? He feels it. You can see where she's going with it, but she earns it every step of the way. And it kind of explodes all of a sudden when she can't control it. Then she gets it back under control. And now we're starting to see that fight happen again. So watch her live in this and ask us to step into a memory we don't have. It's very well done.
Comme un péché, je suis accroché à toi. Je suis fatigué.
You can really, hear that. When she says, I'm tired, hear that. And then I saw the next line was, I'm exhausted. You can hear it. You can feel that tiredness, that exhaustedness. You can hear it. You can feel it. You can see it. She's living truthfully through the performance. And it's great, because sometimes the truth is ugly. The vocals aren't. The vocals are beautiful, but she's not afraid to just live authentically in what she's trying to describe for us.
Comme un péché, je suis accrochée à toi, je suis fatiguée, je suis épuisée de faire semblant d'être heureuse. Quand ils sont là, je bois toutes les nuits.
Yeah, there's the anger.
Et tous les whisky, pour moi, ont le même goût.
That little laugh says so much. That little choice to have that tiny little, huh. I think it was after whiskeys, and all the whiskeys, for me, they all taste the same.
Et tous les whisky, pour moi, ont le même goût.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And she's not doing this big, she's not running around. She's really keeping it small and internal. And this piano that's going underneath her, that's the primary instrumentation, you know, each one feels like it's pulling at a new emotion from her, a new memory from her. And she's responding so beautifully to that. You can tell the audience is so invested in what she's trying to tell them. It is gorgeous.
Sont là, je bois toutes les nuits. Et tous les whisky, pour moi,
Pour moi.
le même goût. Et tous les bateaux portent ton drapeau. Je ne sais plus où aller. Tu es partout. Je suis
A little bit of that panic.
malade, complètement malade. Je verse
Getting bigger.
mon sang dans ton cœur. Et je suis comme un oiseau mort. Quand tout est
Whoa, listen to that. When she says bird too, she pipes the note. Beautiful. You don't expect it. And there is this like real rage in the decision to go like high in that moment. This is so good. Look, again, she's telling the truth here. Really look at it, and she is building up to something. There's a tidal wave coming in towards shore here. Really, really listen to the way she does this, but especially just how effortless that pop up to bird was. That is why you train, and that is why you know your voice, so that when you're in the moment and you need to tell the truth and you are telling a story, you know exactly how to manipulate your tool, your voice, to do so that you're not worried about technique. You're just worried about being honest, right? It's not about, oh, she hit that note. It's about what she made us feel with that, and it's beautiful.
Je verse mon sang dans ton cœur. Et je suis comme un oiseau mort. Quand tout est dedans, je suis malade. Parfaitement malade. Tu m'as privé de tous mes chants. Tu m'as vidé de tous mes mots. Pourtant, je crois que j'avais du talent. Avant ta peau. Cet amour m'a tué.
Whoa.
Si ça continue, je crèverai seul avec moi, près de ma radio, comme un gosse idiot, en écoutant ma propre voix qui chantera.
There's an argument to be made that she didn't even really sing that. And she did. She did sing it. But I almost didn't notice because I was so focused on her reality. I don't know what the rhythms of the actual song are. I don't know if they're written to be like pickups and kind of offbeat the way they are, but it felt more like dialogue than it did a song. And I love that because she still was singing, but it was so internal. Again, look at her eyes through this. And really, when I say that speak singing thing, this is a perfect example of it, right? Where she's really kind of folding inward and you can almost see her shoulders come in. Right, where she's like, oh, I'm like a child. I'm just sitting by this radio and I'm listening to my voice. You know, it's storytelling. It's really good, okay? But focus on how she chooses to tell the truth and how she uses her voice to do so. Touches the skin before skin.
Cet amour m'a tué.
That's so beautiful, so pure.
Si ça continue, je creverai seule avec moi, près de ma radio, comme un gosse idiot, en écoutant ma propre voix qui chantera.
Yeah, getting really big on that last vowel.
Je suis malade, complètement malade.
Oh, a cappella.
Comme quand ma mère sortait le soir et qu'elle me laissait seule avec mon désespoir. Je suis malade, c'est ça. Je suis malade.
She took the mic away. My palms are sweaty. So we have to go back here. I did not expect that to be a cappella. So again, this idea that she is alone, right? Even the music has left her as she's listening to her own voice. And now where there used to be gaps between every line, one, she's singing a cappella, so she's helping herself by connecting every thought because that key is so present in her mind that she's singing it. But also, it's this idea of the thoughts tripping over themselves, right? Where now that those gaps between those thoughts are gone, it's just her and she's boom, boom, I'm sick, I'm completely sick, I can't do this. And then da da da, and she really lets go with the whole thing. And she is so technically proficient that again, she's not worried about it. She's just living in this moment and drawing us into it too. Listening to her own voice. Listen to how she has a rise and a fall to this whole thing. Even when she's a cappella, even when it's going full anxiety, even when she's like, she made my palms sweaty. She's so living, like wiping the sweat off her hands in the air, like she's living truthfully in it, but still she's finding moments where it's a little bit softer, a little bit more. She's pushing and pulling, creating, massaging this piece so that there's texture to it. There's movement. It's not just straight anger and frustration and panic. It's, okay, I'll catch my breath. Okay, I'm breathing quiet. No, I'm losing it again. No, I gotta bring it back. She's taking us through that journey of trying to regain control of her narrative, of her sickness, right? She's trying to be okay. Beautiful performance.
Je suis malade, complètement malade, comme quand ma mère sortait le soir et qu'elle me laissait seule avec mon désespoir. Je suis malade, c'est ça.
Losing the mic there is incredible.
Tu m'as privé de tous mes chants, tu m'as vidé de tous mes mots, et j'ai le cœur complètement malade, cerné de barricades. T'entends, je suis
Come on! How long was that? Also, listen how clear that tone was on MALADE, not A, E-H, MALADE, which is how she's able to center that pitch and hold that. It didn't even sound like there was really much vibrato on it to center the pitch. She just held it. And I can't tell you, that's really hard to do, guys. She's very good at singing. I want to count how long that was. That was crazy. 4:29. See how she's shaping the sound? You can watch her shape it. "16 seconds. Crazy. Wow. See how she has to come out of it. She has to step out of that emotion for a sec. I have the same thing with Gleb. There's a scene where I kind of have to come off and be like, okay, you know, center yourself. When you are engaging your body in a performance like that, I always say I turn it on and off. Like, camera cuts, I'm back to being me. Like, I don't take it home with me. But your body is so engaged in what your mind is experiencing as being that moment of reality. Like, she understands she's on stage, she's got to hit these notes because she's singing a song. But then there's another part of her mind that is living in her imagination and in the truth of that moment. And performing is holding both of those truths at the same time. And sometimes it takes a sec, not for you to step out of that imagination, but for you to get your body back calm to that space of like, okay, no, we're good. We're like, you know, relax, deep breaths. And you can actually watch her pulling out of that. And that's an amazing thing to get to witness. Right there, that is what performing is about. Right there is that. I mean, that just felt like a universal truth, didn't it? It's an outstanding performance. I don't know. I hope I added something. I hope you enjoyed. I am blown away. What a voice. What a performer. What a truth teller. What a storyteller. Incredible. I applaud her. I did applaud her. I applaud the band. Superb on every single level. I hope I contributed something. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I can meet some of you at Anastasia. And I hope that you all take care of yourselves, drink lots of water, get enough sleep, fix your postures, and please, until next time, be well. Thanks for watching.